The Mummy is an action horror movie directed by Alex Kurtzman and starring Tom Cruise, Annabelle Wallis, Russell Crowe and Sofia Boutella as the titular monster. This movie is the first entry in the dark universe. Universal is pushing this thing down our throats. I want to watch this universe, okay? I really want it, but you don't start your movie with the Universal logo shifting and morphing into the Dark Universe logo. That was absurd. I was just sitting there going, wow, they are pushing this, and they're pushing it badly, because you should focus on making good movies. And while I'm not the biggest fan of the Marvel universe or even the DC movies, they started them relatively well, honestly. They didn't start with, okay, this is going to be a shared universe, y'all. No, they started with Iron Man, they started with Man of Steel, and then they started putting more and more effort into creating the universe, especially DC, which has done a decent job in my opinion, others hate it, but they're starting strong, or they think they're starting strong with The Mummy. Let's start with the positives first, because there are positives. First of all, I enjoyed the movie. In terms of pure cinematic filmmaking, it was an enjoyable film. It wasn't 100% enjoyable, but I was not bored, pretty much never. The film keeps moving constantly, it has very tight pacing, sometimes to a fault. The action scenes are immensely fun, I really did enjoy them, especially as you've seen in the trailers, the now famous airplane sequence. There is also a chase scene with zombies, the scene in the city, it was fun. And I also kind of enjoy some of the characters, especially Russell Crowe's character. He was by far the best actor and best character of the movie. The production design is pretty excellent, and the special effects as well, for the most part, they look great. And that was the thing that really gave me hope for this movie. While watching the first trailer, I was a bit underwhelmed, but then we got a featurette around the beginning of the year, which showed all the sets, all the care on the stunts, and I was like, yeah, they're putting some effort into it. And now we get into some of the negatives. They spent so much time building up these stunts that they last for something like 5 seconds each at best. For example, they have a stunt where Tom Cruise is thrown into a wall and the wall breaks into water. That shot is literally 1 second. Boom, he goes in the water. That's the end of it. Tom Cruise is an actor that loves doing his own stunts and action scenes. And you have to take advantage of that. You can't just say, well, he wants to be thrown into a wall, let's throw him into a wall. It's okay, fine, but something that the Mission Impossible directors understood really well is to actually showcase him in these action sequences. For example, the car chase in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, the Burj Khalifa scene in Ghost Protocol, or some of the running moments in Mission Impossible 3, the motorcycle driving in Mission Impossible 2, running away from the water in Mission Impossible 1. Those are all sequences that are memorable because they feel real, and they are real. You actually see Tom Cruise running for multiple seconds, sometimes even minutes in Mission Impossible 3. In this movie, they are incredibly short moments, and they feel a bit underwhelming at times. Also, the dialogue. What the fuck was the script of this movie? It was written by 3 persons, and there are also 3 other story writers credited. Wow, what a mess, what a mess, boy. It has some of the most blatant exposition, which honestly I'm not all that angry about, because the other Mummy movies, if you've seen the original 1932 movie, the 1959 Hammer movie, or even the 1999 Universal remake, they all have exposition at the beginning. I don't see what the fuss is about. They tell the story of the Mummy, okay. A problem that I have with the Mummy in this movie is that she's not sympathetic, which was something that's very important with Universal monsters. They are usually sympathetic. Even though they are evil, because they are evil, you still kind of understand their motivations, their goals, and sometimes they are honorable goals, or at least human goals. For example, Dracula, he loves someone. Mummy, he loves someone. Creature of the Black Lagoon loves someone. Frankenstein loves someone. There is a common theme, okay, love, but in this movie there is not love, honestly, with the Mummy. She just wants to govern the world. and she's evil. And she's not sympathetic at all, but I did enjoy the looks, so she looks pretty good. Some people are saying that she's fetishized. Maybe, maybe not, but it looks fairly good. Well, she's no Arnold Vosloo, what's his name, from the other Mummy movie. There is also a lot of humor in the movie. Some of it actually worked for me, surprisingly so, and for the rest of the audience, but other times it just fell flat, incredibly flat, usually with Annabelle Wallis, who I already saw in another movie last year when I watched Annabelle, the horror spin-off of The Conjuring. I don't know, maybe she's not all that great of an actress, maybe she's just picking bad roles. I know that she's done a couple of TV shows in Britain where she was pretty good apparently, so who knows? Not me, but I was on board with this movie for the first 2 acts, okay? It wasn't bad, I was enjoying myself, I was having a ton of fun, there are some honestly pretty cool moments, and it was an enjoyable flick. I was like, okay, it's a blockbuster summer movie, it was fine. But then we got to the 3rd act, and it's underwhelming. You're just watching it going, what? It's sad to watch. I was hoping for so much, and it's a movie that builds and builds and builds up to an ending that does not deliver a strong enough punch. And while it is predictable or not predictable, who knows, but it could have been a whole lot better. And now Tom Cruise is probably gonna be in other Universal monster movies. I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm more excited for Russell Crowe's character to come back, and I am excited for the future movies. Honestly, I think that they had to kickstart this whole franchise. They wanted to start strong, but they didn't know how to do it. They just kind of throw everything into a blender. Some things worked, some things did not. Some things failed horribly, others were pretty good, but it is an enjoyable movie per se. It is not a great start, but I am hopeful. I do believe that now that they've started the universe, they can focus more on other movies. I hope that they kind of ditch the whole more modern look of the movies. I hope, for example, for The Bride of Frankenstein, directed by Bill Condon, to be more of a gothic horror, or at least not just straightforward action, because this movie has great action sequences, sure, but they also have some creepy moments that are not as strong as the horror elements from the 1999 Mummy movie, because if I watched this movie when I was little, I probably wouldn't be all that scared. But the remake of the Mummy of 1999, that one scared the crap out of me, okay? So, I don't know, this movie is not bad per se, this movie is just badly written and the ending is badly executed. And some people hated Jake Johnson's character. Is it a matter of homage or ripoff? I don't know. I thought it was homage, but other people are saying that it ripped off another more popular horror movie from the 80s. I liked it, I did not mind him, but overall, don't go watch this movie, honestly, unless you are big-ass fans of schlocky messes like myself. You're not gonna like this movie, probably. But at the same time, I want you to go watch it just to have a relatively fun time at the movies and to support the upcoming cinematic universe of Universal, because I like to see more monster movies, I really do. But the real problem is, what is the end goal? Because DC and Marvel kinda have an end goal. They know where they're going. Marvel's going to Thanos, the others are going to Darkseid, so to some bigger thing. What's the bigger thing in the Universal monster movies? Who knows? But we'll see in 2019 with The Bride of Frankenstein. But still, guys, have you watched The Mummy, and did you like it or did you dislike it? And are you excited for the Dark Universe? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks guys for watching, to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.